Hello, this tutorial is going to demonstrate how to access and use the Citrix computer labs that are located in the University of Arkansas College of Engineering. Today we're going to be connecting using a Mac with the Firefox web browser. And first we're going to install the Citrix receiver. This is done by downloading the receiver from receiver.citrix.com. We're going to download Receiver 12 for Mac. If we scroll down to the bottom here, we can click on Download File, and we're going to save that. Once the file's saved, we'll click over here. We're going to install it. Now this process is only something that you have to do once. Once the receiver's installed, you probably won't ever have to revisit this unless they release a newer version and you want to install that. Okay, so the Citrix receiver is installed, and now we're going to connect to the Citrix lab in the College of Engineering. The address to connect is https://ctx-storefront. And this is the Citrix login screen where you're going to want to enter your university username and password. Now sometimes, if you've never installed this before, this is a plugin for Firefox, and it may ask you to activate the plugin. If you do, you want to tell it to activate the plugin, allow, and remember. That way the plugin will always work from now on once you connect. Now these are the different computer labs that we have in the College of Engineering. Depending on the department you're in, you may see one or more of these. Generally speaking, if you're in industrial engineering, you'll see the FAUST lab, the 4133 lab, and the 3D graphics lab. And if you're in the bioag department, you'll see the BAEG computer lab and the 3D graphics lab. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm just going to connect to a BAEG computer lab computer. And once we do that, I just want to show you how to save files in the lab computer and a few things like that. You'll notice that essentially what you're getting here is a window. Inside the window, you're going to get a Windows 7 computer. And on that Windows 7 computer, you should be able to do all the stuff you need to do for your coursework. On all of our lab computers, we have a folder right on the desktop, and this folder is going to have all the software that the lab computer has. So these are all the programs that are installed on this particular lab's computer. And for the purpose of demonstrating how to save files and things like that, I want to look at a couple things here, draw your attention to a couple things here. First of all, the H drive is mapped to your MyDocs folder. You can always save stuff to your MyDocs folder, and that should be accessible to you from any location on campus. It's a good place to save stuff. Additionally, you have some pass-through drives that are connected. Here is my C drive on my Mac or my home directory, and if I click on Users and My Name and then Documents, this is also a good place where you could save files. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do that real quickly. And to do that, I'm just going to open up an Excel spreadsheet. Just going to throw in a couple of quick formulas. And let's just add those numbers up. Okay, I've created my spreadsheet. Now I want to save it. I click on the Save button, double click on Computer, and once again we see the same thing that I was demonstrating earlier. I can save this to my Docs by clicking here. Or again, I can save this to my computer, my local computer. Click on my C drive, go to Users, my username, Documents, and I'll just save it here. Save. Okay. So now I'm done with my lab session, and I want to show you how to properly disconnect and log off. First, you want to close down all your applications. And then it's tempting to just click on this little red dot here, but it's not polite to your other lab users, because if you do this, it will leave that session connected, and that slot in the lab is going to be connected to your username, and it won't be available for anyone else to use. So try to avoid this. Instead, what you want to do is click over here and choose Log Off. What that'll do is it'll disconnect. It'll reboot that computer back to its original state, and that computer will come back up and it'll be available to somebody else. The other thing you should do is, rather than just disconnecting here, you want to go here and log off. That way there's nothing that's connected to you in the lab. And now you're done. One last thing I want to show you on the computer here. If I go to the Finder and I go to my Documents, there's the spreadsheet that we just saved from the remote computer to my computer. So that's how to connect and use the virtual labs. I wish you the best.